Okay, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hope I am audible, right? Am I
Yes,
audible,
you are
guys?
audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir, you are.
Sorry. So let's have a quick introduction so that I can understand about yourself. You can also understand about me. Also, we can set the your expectation, right? What exactly you want to hear. I am also going to pass the knowledge, whatever might be that can help you to move or start your career in the success factor. Okay. So let me start about myself. So my name is Vinod. Talking about my professional experience, I do have total 14 years of experience. I work on the both technologies of the SAP HR, that is SAP SCM, and currently I'm working on the success factor. I'm certified in the four modules, that is the success factor, employee central, time management, onboarding 2.0, and PMGM. So I'm working on all these modules except onboarding. So I can here to help you guys. Okay. So can someone start introduction? Also, before that, let me tell you guys, here I'm not going to just give you some theoretical, I'll show you. I would I wish that it should be interactive so that I can help you with your queries so that you can take decision whether you want to go ahead with the success factor or you are stuck in somewhere, how you can excel yourself in this technical world. Okay. So can anyone start?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Vinod, and good afternoon all. Myself, Tejashri Sonar, as currently working in the German automotive industry as a senior HR executive.
Okay.
And actually, my purpose is learning for this success factor. Actually, I believe in a continuous learning and staying with updated with the industry trend. So I'm completely new for this technology or for this success factor. So that's why I joined, and I'm interested for this session only.
Okay. Great to know.
Yes.
Thank you, Tejasri.
Yes, thank you.
I'll go on the board. Akshay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Myself, Aksharaj Gunda Patil. I'm from Sangli, Maharashtra,
Okay.
and I'm currently working as a US IT recruiter. But for upgradation and upskilling, I searching for this opportunity. That's why I'm here to explore something new opportunity for me.
Okay. So you are also same from the HR domain. Yeah. Right.
Yes,
Thank you. Ashwini,
but I
you.
want to shift the
Yeah.
domain in another part. Like apart from HR, I'm looking for HR, but I'm so eager to learn about another sector as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Then
sir.
I can see Arvind on the next. Arvind, am I audible? Someone is Arvind. Or meanwhile, Ashwini, you can also take it.
Sure. Hey, thank you, Vinod.
Yeah.
I'm Ashwini. I'm working as an HR, like senior HR in an IT company.
Okay.
And because of my marriage, my husband has a transferable job, and I'm looking for remote opportunities. So I want to explore SAP for that.
Okay. But you are from the HR domain, right?
Yeah, I mean like 10 years into
Okay.
HR.
Great. Arvind, Nilesh.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Nilesh.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nilesh Prabhakar Pansare. I am from Maharashtra in Nasik. I recently completed the RCM Success Factor course
Okay.
uh, and recently completed the BTech in degree 2024.
Okay. No. So you are just fresher and you have completed the training on the RCM, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
No worries. Thank you. Omkar, Pradeep, Said.
Yeah, my name is Omkar Kurade. I am from HR domain. I have total 20 plus years of experience in HR domain,
Okay.
and currently I'm in a TML Tata Motors subsidiary group company where I'm working currently in Pune. And I am also looking for this new learning because in our company, SuccessFactors is going to implement, and currently it is in development stage. So I want to
Okay.
become a part of that team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, subsidiary come from Tata, so you are telling about the trend.
I'm from TML BSL, TML
Okay.
Business Services Limited.
Okay.
It's a IT and finance related company.
Okay, no worries. Earlier, I was also part of the Tata, one of the train groups, so I was just checking, no worries.
Okay.
Pradeep, you want to go ahead? Saeed, yeah, I can see that you are on mute.
Yes. Hi, Ankit. My name is Sayed. I have about 12 plus years experience working into US recruitment. Now I want to switch my career into SAP SuccessFactors. Just got skills related to HR tools. So I want to switch to SuccessFactors Employee Central.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, Saeed. Arvind,
Well,
we are still not able to hear you. I think I'm left with Arvind. If anybody has also left, they can go ahead. Okay, no worries. So I can see the maximum participation is from the HR domain peoples, right?
Yes, sir.
And those people who are already the part of HR, they know, you all guys knows how the HR department works, what exactly we are doing as a part of HR. So let me add quick more details about me as well. Earlier, I was also the part of HR, okay, where I was handling the organization, where I was leading the HR. So I was aware what exactly we are doing as a HR business partner or what activities we are doing. So before I can suggest you, this can be a useful course for you guys, okay. The reason behind the success factor is the cloud technology, which specifically deals into the human capital management. Okay, here we are supposed to manage entire life cycle of the employees. So, guys, anybody has any idea what is success factor? What kind of software this is?
SuccessFactors is a cloud application which is
Right,
completely related to HR and which is like maintaining all the records of the employees.
correct. Now, my next
And
question is, what is cloud technology?
what is called like we have SAP HCM and SAP EC. Where SAP HCM is on premises, where in
Right,
cloud is it's just a kind of a website you can access from anywhere.
right. So basically, whatever the technology which runs on the internet, right, and that means this tool we can access from any part of world. The only prerequisite is that you should have the internet connection, and another is you should have your login credentials. Okay, that is one part of cloud technology. In day-to-day basis, we are using a lot of cloud technologies, like I can say Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp, right? These are nothing but the cloud technologies because you can access from anywhere. It is not required you should log in from your own system, correct? And another important part of cloud technology is that the database. Now, whatever the transactions we are performing on this software, so transaction in the sense we are hiring the people, we are transferring the people, we are promoting the people, we are making the salary changes, we are processing salaries of the employees. Employees are supposed to update their leave and attendance. Even we are launching different courses for the employees. Even we are hiring the people with some integration with other third-party tools. So whatever the transaction happening, end of the day, it is going to be created data, right? So whatever the data is going to be created or generated, that is going to be remotely hosted on some of the cloud data centers. Okay. So this kind of technology is nothing but the cloud technology. I'll give you a simple example in day-to-day basis. I can take the example of WhatsApp. Now, what we guys are doing, we are just commenting on somebody else messages. You are forwarding some messages. You are sharing something. You are sharing audios or videos. But whatever you are doing on the WhatsApp, sorry, you are saying something, Aditya. So whatever we are doing, or whatever we are doing the things on the WhatsApp, is this going to take your mobile's memory for database? If you observe whatever you are doing, whether your mobile memory is going to consume, no, right? Only whatever the application you are using, that size is going to be utilized by your mobile, right? And the benefit of cloud technology that you can demand this on as per your wish. Again, if let's assume that you are changing your mobile, so you are again installing the WhatsApp on another device. once you just click on the just you can demand for your backup. Once you reset the backup, then automatically whatever the earlier transactions or earlier charge is going to be come to your new device, right? So such kind of technologies are as a part of cloud technology. Okay. And this is one of the ERP systems. So ERP stands for the Enterprise Resource Planning Systems. Okay. Now in the market there are so many softwares which falls under this category. Now most of the people are from HR, might be somebody are doing the recruitment. So you might have observed that in the requirement there might be a requirement people should have the experience on some of the ERP tools, right? So this is also ERP tool. And this why organizations need the ERP tools. Whenever organization is going or big, they're expanding their business, they're going on the larger sides, they will need some software which can manage their database. And so that when the software will be in place, the organization is going to shift from person oriented to the system oriented. So we can set the standard operating procedures of the organization in a system, so that each and every individual of the organization can follow the system. So there will not be any chance that somebody will deviate from the policies. Again, we will take the real-time example. Since you are from the HR background, assume that company policy is that whenever somebody is going on the planned leave, so it is expected that employee should be applied the leaves before going on the leave, and that application should be approved before exactly availing the leave, right? So we can put the restriction in the system that if somebody is applying leave after they are coming back, system should not allow them, right? So in this case, what we are doing, we are enforcing the people to follow the standard operating procedures set by the organization, right? And in the big organization, it is not like only the HR software is going to be exist. For each and every department, they are using multiple softwares. If I talk about the finance, they might be using SAP finance module, they might be using the tally, and there are so many softwares in the market, right? Even it might happen that we are having the different software in HR as well. Like attend biometric, you are using some different software. For payroll, you are using some different software. So what is expectation from the business? This all software should be integrated with each other. So integrated in the sense that whatever that we, if you want to send the data from our system to any third party application, that should happen. And if we expect some data should come from the third party to our software, that should happen. So that is nothing but the integration or connecting multiple software with each other. Okay. Now why we want to integrate, that is also one of the major important question, right? Because why organizations are paying huge amount in the ERP software, they will definitely expect whatever the automation we can do, we should do it, so that operate the people should not spend a lot of time on the operational works, they should focus on the productive work, right? So you can take any ERP software, they are having the feasibility that they can integrate with each other. Okay. Now I'll directly jump to who can learn the success factor. Okay. Now if you can see, any graduate or postgraduate can learn this technology success factor. Okay. Let me move this down just 1 second. So those people who are minimum graduate or postgraduate, they can learn this technology. Why? So it is not required that you should have some technical education background like B.Tech, B computer science, MSc computer science. It is not required. Okay. So here in the success factor has developed this tool in such a good way that there is no need you should learn some technical languages like Java, SQL. Here we are not supposed to do some coding. Okay. That is one of the best part. So any graduate or postgraduate can learn this technology, but they should have minimum graduation, because you know guys, IT companies won't hire undergraduates. Second, the people from the SAP HR background. So right now there are two technologies running in the market. That is, one is SAP HR, and the new or advanced technology is the success factor HR. Okay. Now, what about this SAP HR old technology? So SAP has already announced that the old technology, they are going to stop the maintenance by the year 2027. So those clients who are already using the SAP HR, they has to migrate to the success factor. Okay. That is the one option. Now, those people who are already working on the SAP HR, they can learn this technology and they can move to the advanced technology. If I take my example, earlier I was the part of the SAP HR. So I was also moved to the cloud technologies. Same way these people can learn and go. Also, there was some peoples are the ABAPers working as ABAPers. They can also learn. And the people from the competitors like PeopleSoft, Workday, they can learn and they can also be the part of success factor. And the people who are from HR background, okay, those people can also learn. Now, currently, there was just 1 second. I'll admit there are a few people who are in the lobby. Now, why I have mentioned specifically for the HR, it is not like that I know you are from coming from the HR background. Now you can see in the market the trend is changing little bit. The, currently organizations are started hiring the people from the HR background as well. And why so? Because if you try to understand the role, once you are complete this course or whenever you start your journey as a success factor consultant, what you are going to do it. We as a consultant, we have to build the software which can be used by the HR and which can be used by the employees from the perspective of the HR. So whatever the requirements we are going to get from the client, these are the requirement provided by the HRs of the client. Okay, what the data they want to capture of the employees, what business HR business processes that they are having, whether they are having the promotion, they are having the promotion with transfer, if there is any approval process. So entire requirement is going to come from the HR. So if someone is coming from the HR, they already know the HR department, they already know how HR department functions, they can easily understand the requirement and they can easily configure. Okay, now why companies are specifically targeting the HR people? Again, if you see, now it's a competitive era. Each and every implementation partner are fighting to get the deals. Okay, now unfortunately in this technology world, 95% people are from non-HR background. Okay, now at certain point of time, if the requirements are coming from the client and if our people are taking time to understand that requirement, so what they have to do, there might be a multiple connects with the client again to understand the requirement. So this is going to be affect the delivery. Second, also branding of the employer company is also affecting. Client can say that your peoples are not understanding the requirement, but if somebody knows the requirement, they can easily understand, and even HR people can suggest more improvements because they are already work on the HR. They might have came across some good policies in the HR. They can recommend to the client. So it can be a value addition for the implementation partners. Okay. Any question here, guys?
No.
No.
Okay.
No question of now.
Great. So if you see in the market, still people are confused with the SAP HR, SAP success factor. Okay. But before that, you should understand what is SAP. Most of the people don't know what is the long form of the SAP as well. Nobody is going to ask you in the interview this question. But whenever you are going for something, you should have the thorough knowledge about that organization, right? So SAP actually stands for the system applications and products in data processing. So SAP is the name of the company, but the actual name is Systems Applications and Products in Data Processing. This organization has been founded in 1972 by 5 ex-IBM engineers. Okay, so there was 5 engineers who quit the IBM and they have started their own company in the name of SAP. And SAP is the number one ERP tool in the market, which provides fully integrated modules. Okay, you can ask any department, you will find the module for that department. Okay, there is separate module for the finance, there is separate module for the purchase, there is separate module for the production, planning, logistic, sales and distribution. You can take any department. So SAP is having all the modules, and this all the modules are fully integrated. That means it can be integrated with each others. Okay, and talking about the customer database, SAP is having more than 75,000 customers, okay, which has been spread across multiple countries. So guys, let me know what you feel 75,000 customers is a big count or average or low count. What do you think? Anybody can go. Arvind, Tejasri, Ashwini. Just you can guess yourself. It is nothing wrong if you are wrong as well. What do you think? 75,000 is good customer base or
See,
average
if
or
you
bad?
say 75,000 clientels, then
Yeah,
75,000 definitely is a big count. But then
right,
if you check on global end, then definitely there is progress, scope of progressing. But yes, 75,000 clientele is a very big
right,
count.
exactly. Because if I take the example of Tata Motors, Tata Group, Tata is having lot of companies, right? Okay, Tata is having a lot of companies, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, Tata Automobile, and they are having different offices in different countries. They're having different plants in different states, even in the different districts, right? So Tata is one of the customers. Such like that, the, this is a one customer Tata, right? Microsoft, you can say that. So this is very big count as compared to other competitors. Okay. Now, earlier we are calling all the modules as a SAP HR, SAP FICO, SAP Material Management, SAP Sales and Distribution. But from last 10 years, we are coming across new abbreviation as a SAP SuccessFactor. So, so what was happened? Now you have felt that in during the pandemic, the importance of the cloud technologies, right? There are so many organizations, the employees want to work, but they are not unable to perform their duties because whatever the software their organization is having, the people cannot work from the home, right? So now this is the era of internet. So what SAP has also decided few years back, they also want to start their cloud version. Okay. So for the HR, they have started the new technology called the success factor. But instead of developing their own tool, what they did it, they have just acquired one company called the Success Factor. Okay. Success Factor was the American company earlier, which is based in the California, and it was started in 2001. But this is the leader in the cloud HR solutions. So they have acquired this company near about $3.4 billion in 2011. Then they have taken the ownership. So there is a difference between acquisition and merger, right? Acquisition is taking entire ownership. Merger is nothing but the collaborating, and they will go ahead. So actually, this SAP SuccessFactor comes in the market after 2011. Okay, then they have developed done lot of innovations, and they have launched to the customers. Okay, now if we only talk about the market holding for the success factor, the whatever the 75,000 I have told you, that is for all the modules. But if I talk about success factor has already crossed the 7,000 customers for the HR solution, and right now there are more than 200 subscribers are there. So what is subscribers? Now this product comes as a subscription model. That means organization can take or purchase this product based upon their requirement. Let's assume that if you are from the manufacturing, in the manufacturing you will find two types of employees. One can be the on-roll employees, or one can be the blue collar employees. So normally blue collar employees don't prefer to use these applications, all these things, right? They will prefer all the manual integration. So if your organization is having the requirement that only, for example, 5,000 license they want, they can take it. And in future, if the organization is growing, they want to increase their license quota, they can go it. It might happen exactly opposite. They are not doing well. They want to downgrade the licensing quota. Yes. So customers or companies will have the flexibility to work around their license quota, and accordingly they can purchase. So as of now, more than 200 million subscribers. That means these are the users are using this application. Okay. And another, the USP for the success factor, that success factor supports more than 75 languages. That it means that we can develop this software for the customers in multiple languages as per the client requirement. If some client is expecting that they want this software to be used in their local language like Chinese, Urdu, Hindi, German, French, yes, we are going to develop this tool in their required languages. Okay. Earlier it was not possible in the old technology, but now yes, it is possible. Again, there are so many countries who don't prefer English. They want to work on their local language. So this is giving the more USP for the success factor. And if you want to enroll, or if you whenever you are going to learn this technology, you can know how we can develop this software in multiple languages. Okay. Now, before you are going for availing anything, we should know who are our competitors. So the major competitor for the SAP SuccessFactor is the Workday, which is core into the HRS solution. Oracle, PeopleSoft, Ceridian, UKG. These are the other major competitors. But as of now, the tough competition is going between the Workday and the SAP. Workday has also coming up with the good solutions for the client. So this is the major competitors. Okay. Even you can see that some companies are going with the Workday from the SAP. Even some companies who are using the Workday, they are shifting to the SAP. That is also happening. Again, it depends upon the client requirement, what they exactly want in the system, and which software is providing them the solution as they required. Okay. Again, if you want to learn the Workday, there is little challenges in the market, because if you want to do the certification, you cannot go directly. Even if you want to have the system for the practice, they are also having the challenges. Right now, what is happening for the Workday? If your company is using the Workday, they can recommend you for the training, and you can get it trained. Okay, so that is the one thing happening in the market. But yes, Workday is a tough competitor for us right now. Any question here, guys? Now you all are here that how you can learn this technology, right? Correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
second, whether
Eddie.
this course will be helpful for you or not, right? So let me be very transparent and clear. It is not necessary that you should enroll with some SAP authorized training center. It's not necessary you should approach to some freelancer trainer. There are so many ways you can learn this course. Okay, but again, always there is a need or help required. So people are availing different learning options. So if you see the first option as an implementation guide, so SAP is providing the implementation guide document, which is more than 1000 pages. So where they will give the all the details of micro level, what exactly things happen or features are there in the system, what are they meant for, and how you are going to configure. Okay, so entire thing will be mentioned in this document. So if you are good in the self learning, you can refer this document and you can do the self learning. But again, only by reading it will not suffice your requirement. You have to practice in the system, right? So the second option is that you can take the subscription from the SAP. That is nothing but the Learning Hub access, where you'll get the access for their free video courses. There are so many exercises they have been provided. Parallelly, you'll get the sales demo access. So sales demo is nothing but this is the practice system which SAP is going to provide you, where you can go through the learnings and you can just do the configuration practice in the system. Okay, but again, this option is not affordable to most of the peoples because their cost goes in lakhs. Third option, you can go with any authorized partners of the SAP like Atos, Delphi. All these are the authorized partners. Okay, but again, the challenge for the most of the people is the fees, because their fees are going in near more than 2 lakhs. Again, if you are learning from the authorized partners as well as you are learning from the freelancer, content will be the same. Okay, might be their way of teaching professionalism, might be you are getting some additional bonuses, that it makes a difference. Okay, and the last way of learning is that you can go with some freelancer trainers or institutes which are not authorized by the SAP, but they are providing the training at the affordable costing. Now, if you want to learn, it is not always a good, or SAP also does not recommend that you should directly go for the configuration. First, you should understand the system, what exactly all the things are available in the system. I think somebody is already on the success factor, working on the success factor. So you should know from the end user perspective first, what HRs are doing, how they are hiring the people, how they are terminating the people, how they are applying the leaves. If the leaves has been approved process, how the manager is getting the notification, what will happen if manager approves, right? So as an end user, we should first learn the system. So SAP recommends before going to any course. So before going to any course, okay, you should, Said, I'm declining this recording. I'm already recording. Don't, I'm going to share this recording with you guys. Don't worry.
All right, thanks.
So Before going with the technical, there is one course called the HRSF1, which will provide you the overview of the system, what all the features are available in the system. So first you should used to with the system, then you should go with the one of the mastery course. So in the success factor, there are a lot of modules. Like HR, we are having a lot of sub departments, right? Recruitment, onboarding. So for each and everything, SAP has different modules. Okay. So first you should go with the administrative of the system, administration of the system. Then you can decide which module you want to do it. Okay. Also, parallelly, SAP provides a lot of websites. I'm going to share at the end of the session. There are some free courses also SAP launches. Right now, SAP is launching a lot of free courses. So you can take the benefit of that to get the basic level of knowledge. Okay. So now let's discuss what all the modules are available in the success factor. But success factor is designed so in such a way that we have to build the system for the client where they will going to capture all the things happening on the employees starting from hire to retired. Okay. So first we will see what all the modules are available. Okay. So if you want to remember the modules, always recall your journey with any organization, how your journey started with any organization. So what happened might be you have received call from some recruiter that they are having the openings, right? That is the one way. Or might be you have found some opening in the job portals, so you have applied, right? Then there might be a couple of rounds of interviews, then finally you got the recruit offer letter, right? So the first this process is nothing but recruitment, right? The first module in the success factor is your recruitment module, recruitment management. In SAP terminologies, in the short form, we are calling it as a RCM. The second submodule of the recruitment is your recruitment marketing, RMK. I think someone has did the RCM course, right? Ashok or something, right? Who did it?
Yes, sir.
So what is
Nilesh.
RMK? Can you help with the other guys? What exactly this RMK?
No, sir, I'm learning RCM module,
Okay.
RMK.
Okay. So recruitment is nothing but managing the entire the recruitment cycle. But recruitment marketing is nothing but the we can integrate our success factor directly with the job portals. So right now you can see that whenever you are applying for some position, it is not directly getting the application successful, right? It will ask you to register on their portal. So it will create your profile. Okay. This will create your profile. And in future you can track your application summary, whether your candidature has reached to the recruiter, whether they have shortlisted or not shortlisted. Even if you'll get the interview call letter from these softwares only, even you'll get to know the your status, whether you are selected or rejected. So everything will be integrated. If somebody is directly applying from over there, the resume is supposed to come in the success factor. So that is nothing but the recruitment marketing. So once we have issued the offer letter, what will be the next step happening to the employee? If somebody has accepted the offer, so what will happen? Now you are from HR, right? क्या होता है ऑफर एक बार फाइनल होने के बाद? एनी आइडिया?
Offer final, either you accept the offer, either you reject the offer by doing offer shopping.
Onboarding.
Exactly. So once the candidate has accepted the offer, we will ask that candidate to submit the required documents. It might be a PAN card, Aadhaar card. They have to now it's a everything is online, right? Then they will submit their previous education detail, their previous employment details, right? Even might be before joining, we are asking them to okay, we are asking them to go with some prerequisite trainings as well, right? Where they can get to know about the organization, even the request for the assets, it will be done, right? So this entire is nothing but the onboarding process. So SAP is having separate model for the onboarding. So we are calling as a onboarding 2.0. Once onboarding is done, on the date of joining, we are going to hire that person in the system, right? So that we will create the master database for the employee. So this will be done by the HR operations team, which are going to hire the employees. They will create the master database. They will create their login credentials so that people can log into the system and they will start working on the system, right? So this is nothing but the employee central module. So in short, we are calling as a EC. This module is also we are calling as a core module. Okay. Then the next module is every month employee has to update their attendance, right? There might be continuously clock in, clock out. If they have taken the leaves, they has to apply the leaves. They has to ensure that it should be approved, right? And how many leaves employee should get it? What is the quota they are supposed to get it? Every year organizations are giving some leaves with the different types. It might be a paid leave, it might be sick leave, casual leave. In case of female, there might be a maternity leave applicable. In case of parental leave is also there. So in if you go with the different countries, there are a lot of different types of leaves are there and balances are there. So how much balance that employee should get it? Then at the end of the year, what should happen with that leave balance? Whether it should carry forward or it should get lapsed or it should get in cash or paid out. So this entire thing will be managed in the module called the time management. That is a time off. Then once employee has regularized their attendance, regularized their leaves, at the end of the month, there will be a payroll processing team who are going to process their salaries. If somebody is having some promotion, salary correction, if somebody is getting the additional payments, if somebody is having the deduction against the attendance, everything will be done. So these people will process the payroll, they will generate the pay slips, they will send the bank details to bank file to the bank so that employees will get the salary credited. Even there are some statutory things like PF, ESIC, everything will be the part of the module called Employee Central Payroll. In short, we are calling as a ECP. Now, if somebody is working for more than 6 months or 1 year, these people are eligible for the annual appraisals, right? So in this case, there might be a chance that some organization are giving some goals for the employees. Even employee can create their own goals, and organization is going to review their performance. So it might be a quarterly, it might be a biannually, or it might be annual review will be there, right? So entire this performance management will be done under the module called the performance management and goal management. In short, we are calling as a PMGM, that is performance management, goal management. Then
Vinod, sorry
yeah.
to interrupt.
Hmm.
I must hold on Employee Central Model EC core. What do you explain in that? So I just missed that.
Okay, this is the model where we are doing all the master database related configuration. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever
So
we are hiring the
that's just
employee,
database.
not
Yeah.
a database, HR lifecycle management, we can say that. Whatever the data you want to capture, okay, that configuration we have to do. There are so many actions happening on the employees like promotion, demotion, transfer. We are changing the salaries. Whenever you are hiring someone, we have to hire the employee in the system. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
I'm going to take you
okay.
through the
So
system also so that you'll get to know
okay.
what exactly into the EC. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Now, as you know that in the HR department, there is a separate department for the training, right? These peoples will identify the training needs. They are going to provide some training courses for the required population. It might be an internal training or external training. So in the success factor, there is a separate model for the learning. That is a learning management systems. We are calling as a LMS. Then there is separate module called the compensation and variable pay. So does anybody knows what is the difference between the salary and compensation? Huh, guys, you can try. No. Is there someone who is working on the salary benchmarking as a part of HR? So what exactly we do as a salary benchmarking?
No, sir.
I can just try. Like salary is
Yeah,
a
try.
fixed earning that you have, and compensation does have variability is another thing, or it could be hourly and others
Okay. Now,
like comp ops and
no, comp of that
other
is
thing. No.
again, no. Now,
Okay, fine.
if somebody's from the recruitment, they're getting the
So,
required. Yeah, yeah. Somebody's trying. Go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry. Compensation is just part of the perks that you're giving, and the variable payment that it kind of incentive or the bonus is one. So the fixed salary is totally different than these.
Correct. So it's something kind of perks as well as with the benchmark. Every position will have the budget, right? Whenever you are getting some recruitment position for the hire, they will tell that we want the position from 5 to 7 lakhs. So every organization will have their budgeting. Okay. If the person is having, for example, 5 years experience, they should get so much of amount, right? That salary should be the fair enough for that position. So while hiring also, we are sometimes hiring the people on the low salary, sometimes we are hiring on the higher salary also. So whenever you are doing the appraisals, the big organization are taking care of this, that if somebody is getting less paid, they should be get their salary should be get corrected if they are performing well. It might happen that somebody is overpaid. So in that case, we can align that person with some learning and management so that we can move that person to the next role. So this is also the part of compensation. And variable, as correctly said Aditya, it is something additional we are paying, like performance bonus, something incentive, all these things, right? Perks. So that is a part of your. So there is a separate module as a compensation and variable pay, which is linked to your performance as well. Now, next module is your succession management. Just guys, give me just 1 second. Huh? Okay, sorry guys. Huh. So there is another module called the succession management. So each and every organization will have their succession plan. So what is this succession exactly means? It is not always a best practice that you should hire from the outside. Always, if somebody is leaving the organization or somebody is moving from one role to another role, that means that position has become vacant. So it is always not good that you should hire from outside. Instead of that, we should have the team ready so that they can take the role of somebody else. If let's assume that you are working as a team manager, team lead, and your manager is leaving the organization or he is moving to the next role, so there should be some plan so that we can develop our team so that they can become the hair for something, someone place, right? So in the success factor, we can identify the people who can become the successor for which position, and we are aligning them with some learning and management. We are helping them to develop their skills so that they can take the new role. Okay, so that entire management will be taken care under this module called succession management. Okay, also there is some module called the workforce planning and analytics. Now this is specifically designed for the reporting, where organization will get the basic level of report. Even they will get a lot of dashboards or strategic data. Leadership or stakeholder always are expecting they should have some strategic data. Even we can generate report in such a way that, assume that your organization is starting a new branch at new location, and they are expecting HR should tell us how many headcount should be required, what level of employee count should be required, how many experience of people will be required, what budget will become for the HR cost. So that kind of strategic data we can develop under this model called workforce planning and analytics. And there is something called the JAM, this is nothing but the social collaboration platform. We are calling this is nothing but the internal Facebook. Okay, so this will be the common platform for all those success factor users from the organization. They can go there, they can see what is happening in the organization. Their organization is sharing some updates, even they can share their something achievements, or they want to share some knowledge XYZ. So it's kind of social platform for the organization. Now this each and every module will have separate certification. For each and every module, people are working separately. It will not happen that you are going to work on multiple modules at a time. Okay, but if I talk about which is the core model, which is the biggest model, so the core is the employee central. Because if you see, all the models are depend upon this model, because here we are maintaining the master database of the employee, and from here every model is taking the data, or we are getting the data from other modules, and these all modules are integrated with each other. So integrate in the sense, I'll give the simple example. In the employee central, if someone is getting the salary change, we are maintaining the salary change of the employee in the EC module. But the news that employee should get paid as per the new structure, right? So that will happen in your payroll system. If some employee is leaving the organization, the manager is going to raise the job requisition, that will happen from the employee central. Okay, what is the leave quota and all these things, that will be maintained at the EC module wise. Okay, so this is the core and biggest module. If I give the weightage, out of all these modules, 60% weightage will go to the EC. That means this is such a big module. Okay, rest all modules you can find there are only one employee is enough for the implementation. But if I take the implementation for the EC, you will require multiple peoples, because it is the ocean. There are a lot of things we are doing in the EC. So in the real time, you can find that if there is a team of 10 people who are working on the implementation, EC you will find 3 to 4 people are working. Okay. Now any question on this all modules?
So Vinod, for
Yeah.
each and every module, like all these modules, they have to be learned independently. Like they
Ex-
are dependent.
Yes.
So if it's all you
Independent.
learn one, they would be interrelated while learning the other, or it would be totally different
Totally
from
different
each other.
independent. How it normally works now? If I take my example, earlier I was started as a EC consultant. I learned the Employee Central.
Okay.
Then more
Okay.
connected model for the Employee Central is your time management. So then I
Okay.
moved to the time management. I learned the time management. The next
Mhm.
will be the payroll. And
Okay.
the if somebody is coming to the organization, that person is coming for the
Hmm.
onboarding. So next my plan should be the onboarding. Okay. Again, the working or configuration is different. So SAP has categorized these modules in 4 ways. So let me show you that. Now, this is the image from the SAP website. You can take consider. So SAP has categorized all modules as a totally we are calling as a BZX suite. Okay. So SAP has categorized into 4 core HR solution. One category as a talent solution, another as a HR analytics, and social collaboration. So as I told you, social collaboration, there is only one module comes as a JAM. HR analytics, workforce planning and analytics. This is the module. In the core, it will come the employee central and employee central payroll. But the other modules like recruitment, onboarding, PMG, learning management, this will be the part of your talent solution. Okay. By word itself, you can understand in the recruitment what we are doing. We are bringing the best talent, right? Onboarding, we are giving the best experience for the employees so that they can feel good and they can perform better for the organization. In learning my PMGM, what we are doing, if somebody is performing really well, we are rewarding them with the good appraisals, all these things, right? Learning, we are developing their skills so that that can be benefited for the organization, right? So these all other modules comes under the talent solution. So here, whatever the modules I have mentioned or comes under the talent, their way of configuration is different, slightly different as compared with the core solutions. So if you learn, for example, RCM or recruitment or PMGM, your next module should be some module from this talent category. It should not happen that if you learn PMGM, then directly you are going to the Employee Central, because both are independent modules and the way of configuration is also totally different. Okay.
Okay, so like if at all I learn multiple modules, like suppose I start with EC, I
Mhm.
learn EC payroll, then somehow my interest is into analytics, like
Right,
workforce analytics and planning. So
right.
if I go for this role, then would I be like the kind of job that I would be offered in that? Like
Now,
how
before,
is that works then?
yeah, so before that, let me tell you about workforce planning and analytics. Okay, this is
Okay,
only the reporting tool. Okay,
okay,
we are not going to configure anything. We are going to build the report. Now, if you want
okay.
to build the report, the master data where it is mentioned, that is maintained in the
EC,
employee center.
yeah.
So that is a new tool you can learn, but in real time, what for the client you are going to help with the single time configuring this report. Okay, so
Okay,
this is the new implementation. But after implementation is done, these people can also develop their own reports. So this is not something
okay,
like a configuration. Okay.
okay.
Ha,
Fine.
I
Thank
hope.
you, Vinod.
Yeah. So now let's go in the system. We will first see what how the system looks like, what we are going to do, or as a EC consultant, what we are supposed to do. Okay. So if I talk about the system architecture, success factor is having the two types of systems. One is a provisioning system. Okay, I just mentioned. And another system we are calling as a instance. So provisioning is nothing but the backend. Every software will have their backend system, right? So provisioning we are calling as a backend system of the success factor, and instance is nothing but the front end of the system. Now, whatever the applications you are using, like Gmail, Facebook, there is something backend system where they are doing the configuration. You are getting the things to be visible in the front end, right? So earlier, when success factor came in the market by 2011, each and every consultants are going to develop this tool from the backend system. But now SAP has migrated most of the things to the front end system. So hardly we are going to the backend system. All the configuration right now consultants are doing from the front end system. Okay. So, but who will have the access of this backend system and who is going to access the front end system? Okay. So backend system is going to be accessed by only certified consultant. So what does it mean by certified? Even if you are going with the training from any institute, they are going to provide you the certification. Guys, do let please understand that is not the certification, which will not give you any value in the market. Okay, but that is just a training completion certificate. Okay, if you want to be a certified consultant, you have to purchase the exam subscription from the SAP. You have to appear for the exam and you should get the certified. So this is nothing but SAP certified. Unless and until you will not certified, you are not going to get the access for the backend system. Okay, clear on this? And for each and every module, there is separate certification, as I told you. But as such, in real time, there's no much required that you should be certified. Okay, when I was shifted to the success factor, I have the zero certification. That is not the case. But because in your implementation or support project, there might be some person who has certified that can do the backend things. Right now, as I told you, we are doing very 5% job in the backend system. Okay, but in the backend, what we are doing, whatever first we have to enable all the modules purchased by the client. Then whatever the languages they are want to have in the system, we have to enable that languages. And in the backend, we are scheduling a lot of jobs, so that can be done from the backend system. Also, each and every organization will have the different sign-in methods. You can find that some organization, whenever you are using application, it is asking you for the username and password. But if you are someone who is working for the MNC, you can see that if you just click on that link, it is not asking you to login credentials. It is directly login you to the system, right? So that is nothing but the SSO setting, single sign-on setting. So this can be done from the backend system. Now, if you want to take the access of your backend system, there is a process, predefined process. This provisioning access is going to be managed by the SAP itself. It is not the client. So what is the procedure? Again, if you try to understand, whenever you will start your career as working as a success factor consultant, you are not going to configure the things in the system for your company. Okay, you are going to build this system for some client. Okay, so whatever the Deloitte, Accenture, IBM, Infosys, TCS, they are not developing this tool for their own organization. They are developing this tool for the some of the clients. Okay, so basically these are nothing but the implementation partners of the SAP. Got it? So if you want the backend access of the client system, first you need the approval from the customer, right? Because this is their system. This is not your company system. So we will get the approval, then we will raise the request with the SAP, where you will going to attach your certification. Okay, for each and every certification, there is a public URL. So SAP will provide the access within 3 days. Now it's updated. Within 3 turnaround days, SAP will provide the access. Now, talking about the instance, that is the front end. Now, this system is going to be accessed by the end users. This is going to be accessed by the admin users like HR, payroll team, and as well as this system is going to be accessed by the employees. And this instance is going to be used for the customization as well. That means we as a consultants are going to use the same system. The only difference that who can do what, that is nothing but the security management or authorized management that we have to configure so that employee can see only their own data. They should not able to see the data of other their colleagues, whereas manager should able to see their own data. Manager can see the data of their direct reportees, but to the some limited extent. Whereas HR can see the data of any employee, but HR can't do the configuration, right? Configuration can be only done by the success factor consultants. So entire these permissions or authorization will, as we are going to learn, we are going to do in for the clients. Okay. Now let me take you to the system so that you can understand how the system is and what we are going to do it as a part of learning. Please let me know if you are able to see my screen about this access. Is my screen visible? Login page for the success factor.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So now you can see that this page we are calling as a login page. Now, as for this page, you can see the background image is the white. This is someone. Now this is practice system. Okay, someone has kept this as a logo. Here you can get option that user can click on this forget password. Okay, now this toggle login, it is having the text as a white color, background is blue. So this entire page can be customized. This is part of theme. So this will be the role of EC consultant. Okay, so we are going to learn how to configure this login page. Now you are using lot of application day-to-day basis, right? So if you see, whenever you are trying to reset the password or use the forget password feature, you will getting the different options with the different applications. For example, for some application, once you click on this, you will get the email from the system directly that this is the link. Now you can set the new password. Or in some other applications, the system will ask you some security questions, so you have to answer that questions, right? So this entirely comes up with your login and password policy. What should be the maximum length of the password? What password should contain? What password should not contain? What is the validity of or maximum age for the password? That entire is a part of your login and password policy. That is going to be done by EC consultant, which we are going to learn. Okay, so this is the first part of the your, or I can say that this is part of employee central consultant. Okay, now let me log in. Now once I log into the system, whatever the page is landing, you're landing. So right now I can see that I'm at the home page. It can be a different page. So whichever page is going to be landed, that page we are calling as a landed page. Now right now I'm in the home page. You can see that this entire home page configuration will be done by the EC consultant. How to set the background image, how to set this greeting message. There is something called the quick actions. Quick actions are nothing but the shortcuts. Like in the mobile, we are doing favorites or shortcuts, so that a user can, instead of going from multiple navigations, they can directly click over and they can navigate. If I want to view my profile, I can click on my profile. Now I came to the some my profile page. So how to configure that quick actions? How to configure this background banner image? You can see that there is some section for the for you today. So these are nothing but the these actions are pending from this login user. Yeah. So now I have login as a something user as a practice. So these are the tasks pending for me. So how to generate this supplementary task for you? Below you can see that there is some section called the organization updates, where organizations can create or have some homepage cards or tiles we are saying. So as a EC consultant, we have to configure these homepage cards. Okay, we are calling this as homepage tiles or cards. So this is a part of your employee central learning. Now each and every company will have some logos setting. Okay, so let me quickly upload the logo. Somebody has missed the logo. Let me. Even to set the company logo, there are multiple options. It's again the requirement from the client. It might happen that if I take example of Tata is a multiple companies. They will expect that Tata Motors logo is different, Tata Automobile is different, right? So they will have different logos for different class of employees. Yes. So we can do in multiple ways. So I'll quickly upload something. Let me log out. Now you can see that what is the logo I have uploaded. It is showing here, right? Now you can see that logo has been updated. So to upload the logo, configure the logo for the client that we are going to take care. Now the major part of the employee central, if I search for any employee, let's say, now if I search, I'm getting the list of all the employees. Whether it should be allowed for the employees to search other employees? No, right? My profile is having full permissions. That's the reason I'm able to see all the employees. But in real time, what will happen? Employee will not able to find someone else. Okay. That is one of the our topic, that is role-based permissions. So we have to design multiple roles, one role for the employee, another role for the manager. There might be a second manager role. There is separate role for the HR. There is separate role for the recruiters. Onboarding team different, PMGM team different. Even consultant roles are different. So that we are going to do it. Now, if you see here, this page we are calling as a people profile. So on this page, we are going to maintain the all the master data of the employee. Okay. Now you can see that some information is coming over. Now, if I see there is something called the action, if I am the HR, I want to terminate this user. I can terminate this user. If I terminate. So as a consultant, we have to configure this all actions called the termination. For example, if I'm terminating this from the today, now whatever the fields you are able to see, this action we have to configure. Whatever the fields you are able to see, that we have to configure. Might be this is a voluntary resignation, I'll say, personal reasons. Right? What is their leave balance quota? If you want to pay out some balances, you can do it at. So this is nothing but actions we are taking on the employees. As a consultant, we have to configure all these actions for the hire, rehire, termination. Now you can see that there are some sections. Under each section, there are subsections, and there is some area where the master data type is mentioned. So this section we are calling in success factor language as a portlets. So we have to configure this section, subsections, and also the portlets, so that HR will maintain the data on each and every portlet. It might be a personal data of the employee, it might be the employment details of the employee. So if I click on this personal information, as a consultant, we have to configure section, subsection, and these portlets. And under these portlets, we have to configure different fields. Here you can see that some fields are mandatory, right? Some fields are non-mandatory. At some fields, you can type anything, alphabet, number. But at some fields, you are getting the values for selection, right? So this is nothing but the picklist field. So we have to learn how to create different types of fields. Some fields as a date type, some fields as open text, some fields as a drop-down values. And it might happen that employees or HR are maintaining the wrong data. For example, if somebody is mentioning the gender as a female, but salutation somebody is mentioning as a male, which is wrong, right? So system should validate the data. So that automation we can do with the help of business rule. So this is entirely the part of our EC learning. Okay, that comes under the training called the Employee Central Learning. Now, again, guys, please understand SAP is a costly software. It is not going to be implemented at some small organization. Those companies who are in the bigger size, because their costing is on a higher side. Also, if companies are spending a lot of amount, they will expect a lot of automation in the system. Also, they are going to hire the people from different parts of worlds, right? So if you are hiring someone from the USA, might be as per USA rules and regulation, they want to capture additional personal data of the employee, right? So if you see here, for the country India, this fields has been configured. If I change the country, I'll say Argentina. You can see the fields are changing. So that means for each and every country, we have configured fields which is applicable for to specific that country. So this nothing but country specific configuration. So this we are going to do it as a part of EC, or that comes under the Employee Central. Now, if you want to hire someone, again you have to create the company, you have to create the department, division, locations. So that means organization data related configuration. That is also our Employee Central, comes under the Employee Central. Now, if I'm going to apply for the leave, it might happen that there is a approval process, right? So what kind of approval they want? If somebody is changing the personal data, whom it should trigger for the approval? If somebody is applying for the leave, whether that will be the 1 level approval, 2 level, or 3 level. So that is nothing but the workflow. So we are going to configure the workflows in the system. Then parallelly, when it is going for the approval, it is expected that an email should be triggered to the respective approvals. If it is triggered to the manager, manager should get the notification. If manager has approved and it went for the second level, then we are expecting second level approval also should get the email. Simultaneously, the employee also get the notification that their paid first level application is done, approval is done. Now it is pending with the second level. So all these email notifications, all these workflow things we are going to learn. Okay. So whatever the system you are going to see here, whatever the data mentioning, or that is the part of your Employee Central. Okay. So I'll just take you through this, what can be the content of Employee Central, what you should learn, okay, so that you will get the idea. Okay. So in the Employee Central, as I told you, as per the SAP recommendation, first you should go with the HRSF one, which is the administrative part of the success factor, what all the things are available, how you should operate the system, what all the features have been provided by the SAP, so that you can do the configuration. Then you should understand the system architecture. Then while implementation, what is the initial setup we have done? We have to do. Now this system is going to be purchased by the client. We are not will be the part of that purchase, right? But there is some initial setup has to be done by the client with the help of SAP. that we are going to learn. And during implementation, there are two methods provided by the SAP. Either any method we have to implement this project or system or tool for the client. It is not like that as per your vision will. SAP has given some success mantra where there are multiple phases of the implementation. So we are going to see what exactly our role, what exactly we are doing under each and every phase, what is the responsibility of the client, what is the responsibility of ours, and how this implementation can be done with different phases. Then there is something called the admin center. If you want to configure, you should have the access for the admin center. So entire this system can be configured from the admin center. System upgrade. Now this is the tool. Okay. So definitely we have to upgrade our system frequently whenever it is needed, right? So upgrade can be software related, even it can be related to statutory compliances. Now you know from the HR there are so many changes happening in the last 5 years. PF ceiling limit has been changed, then income tax slabs has been continuously changing, right? So same like each and every country will have the statutory changes. So all this upgrade will be provided by the SAP to us. We have to go through all these upgrades. We have to thoroughly check this, and whatever applicable we have to upgrade our system. Okay, so that will be also the part of our learning, how we have to analyze the required upgrades, how we have to propose this new changes to the client. If there is some impact with our system, we have to upgrade our system. So what exactly we are doing for this 1 month of upgradation, we are going to see. Now whatever you want to configure system, nobody will going to give the requirement over the email or some Word document. Okay, there are some standard workbooks we are calling as a blueprints. So E- EC consultant will get the workbook. So we have to understand how workbook should be readable. Once you understand the workbook, as same as per the workbook, you have to configure the system for the client. So there are different types of workbooks under the Employee Central. So we are going to see or share you the workbooks, okay, so that you can understand what exactly real-time requirements are coming, and accordingly we have to build this success factor for the client. Then how to set up the backend system, that is a provisioning system, how to set up the front end system. Uh, then if you want to work on the multiple languages, how this language translation and all these things we are doing, how to configure the homepage logo. Then default permissions we have to also set. Whenever you are first time logging to the system, there should be some default permissions, right? Now if you see the system, whatever the look and feel, if I click here, I'm moving the cursor, so some color is coming, that is a hover color. So entire thing how the system should your look and feel. Now here it is blue color coming, right, for the section. If I'm moving the cursor also, it is color is changing, right? So this here edit options, it is coming the blue. So this entire thing is a part of your theme configuration. So how we can configure this theme for the client, that you should also learn. Then login and password policy, email notification, we have to configure the organization chart. Then the people profile, what I saw you, I have seen you, right? So that is, there are separate sections, subsection, portlets. Under that there are different fields, how we have to configure about the employees data thing related, also organization data related. There are some fields called the pick list, that is drop down field. We are expecting that, for example, there are two fields called the state and city. If you select the state as a Maharashtra, in the city you will expect only the cities from the Maharashtra should appear. If you select the state as a Hyderabad, you will expect this under the city field only the cities from Hyderabad should replicate, right? So that is nothing but the pick list management. We can do cascading of the pick list as well. So that we are going to learn. Also workflows, whatever the approval process you want to set, we can do it. Now there is something called the event and revision, event reason. So guys, whatever actions happening on the employees during the life cycle, these are nothing but the event and event reasons. For example, if you join for any organization, if you work for the 4 to 5 years, it will not happen that you will be stay at the same position, right? It might happen that your manager got changed during some specific period, your salary has got revised, you might have been transferred from one location to another location. So there are so many events are happening, right? So that's entire event and event reason configuration. If I go to the system, I'll go to the job. Now, if I go to the history of this person, now you can see that this Mike has been hired on the 1st January 2019. So event was the hire and event reason was the new hire. It might be a replacement, anything. Then on the 2nd July, there was some business unit change happen. So event was a data change and event reason was business unit change. On the 12th of July, there was a data change happen and this person's manager got changed. So these are nothing but all the event and event reasons. So how we have to configure this event and event reason so that HR can maintain this all on the employee's profile. So that is also part of our employee central. Now business rule. If you want to do additional customization in the system, we can do it. For example, let's say there is two field called the salutation and gender. If somebody is maintaining the salutation as a Mr., there is a requirement that gender field should auto populated as a male. If somebody is maintaining other than Mr., the gender should auto populate as a female. So this is nothing but customization. So we can do in the system a lot of customization with the help of business rules. So we are writing a lot of business rules. So that is also you should learn the business rule. Also something called position management. In the success factor, position is very important object because from position, lot of things we are atomization are doing. Even this is integrated with your recruitment model. So we are going to see what exactly comes under the position management. And the most important is role-based permission. Now this system is going to be accessed by employees, managers, HRs. So how to set the permission for each and everyone? Who can do what? And on whom? Assume that you are having the office in India as well as US. So India HR should be able to perform their HR actions on India employees, whereas US employee should able to do perform payroll, leave and attendance for their US employees, right? So this entire thing will be part of your role based permission. Additionally, we can generate letters from the system. That is document generation. We are going to see it. So, so this is the overall of the success factor. Now, before going to question and answer, I'll share one link with you guys because if you want to learn, it is not always someone is going to help you. If you want to learn, the system has been delivered in a very easy. You can easily learn. But if you want to get the confidence, it is expected that you should do practice by your own self. Unless until you will not push yourself, it is very hard to learn. Okay, because same like if you stop learning, you will skip this option or you will forget the options. Okay, it is not a rocket science to learn, but consistency will help you. Also, as I told you, SAP has providing a lot of free courses. Okay, so whenever I'll share this recording with you, I will mention one free course link from the SAP for the success factor. Start going with the SAP website as well. Okay, if you want to go at the advanced level. Again, if I talk about the career aspect, career perspective, where you will get the jobs, okay, or what kinds of jobs you are getting, or what kinds of companies you should target. So after learning this okay, till now, is there any someone having any want to discuss on the content and all these things before moving to the career? Do you have some questions? Hi guys, any questions?
No, no.
Okay.
No, sir.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So let's talk about the career opportunities for you. If you are going with the success factor, so there will be a 3 doors open for you. Okay. The first, you can continue as a HR end user. That means those organizations who are using the success factor, now these are is going to be a big organization. They will always prefer a candidate who has having the knowledge on the success factor. Okay. So big companies will always hire the people who know the success factor because their data management is very on higher side. But I will not recommend this role to anyone because if you go on, if you are learning the configuration, then this job is not good for you. I can say that. But yes, there are some people who specifically want to learn to go as an end user as well. Second opportunity you can have as a consultant. Okay, I can say that implementation consultant. So implementation consultant, that means if some client or some company wants to have the success factor system in their organization, they will going to purchase this software from the SAP, and they will look for some implementation partner who are going to help them to develop the system as per their expectation. Okay, like Deloitte, IBM, TCS. These are all the implementation partner. They are developing the success factor for the clients. So one role can be, you can go as a implementation consultant. Okay, and third role, even this is we can call as a in-house consultant. In the market, you might be heard the word HRIS IT support role. So that is nothing but if some client has implemented success factor team and they are having even support from some support partner, they will have their own success factor team as well. Okay, these peoples are not going to do the major level configuration, but they are going to support with the internal issues faced by the organization, their users. Even these people are doing minor level configuration, and if they want to implement something new, these people will get the requirement from HR and they will share with the support partner for the developing. So these are the mediator between the support partner and company's employee, and their support for the internal employees and minor level configuration. So you can have the three, but second and third will be the good role, because in both you are doing the configuration. Okay, now even if you join to some implementation partner, assume that you join to the Deloitte, it is not always that you are going to get the implementation project. Okay, there are two types of projects. One is implementation project and second is support project. Implementation in the sense, if some company is going to use this software for the first time, they will take the help of someone to implement the solution. Okay, so that is nothing but the starting from scratch, that is the implementation project. But once the project has been configured fully, it went live, employees are starting using it, it is not like that our role is going to over. They will definitely need a support of somebody, because this is the software. It should be enhanced, it should be upgraded. Even clients are expecting more enhancement in the system if they are facing some issues, right? So there is nothing but that is comes under the support role or support project. Okay, now let's go for question answer. If you are somebody is having the questions answer.
Thank you for this section, Vinod. The next question that I have is regarding the pay scales. So does pays first thing is does the certification has like it's just a certification specifying that you are certified with SF EC, or it would come like you have scored this much and you have now certified into this. Is there any qualification criteria for the certification or anything like that?
No, qualification criteria is not there, but if you are going for any module now, that means you are certified for example Employee Central. This is specific to that module only. It is not like you are certified on the success factor. That is module specific certification.
Okay.
You are talking something about compensation, right?
Yes.
So guys, if you compare the compensation with your HR, that is a huge difference. Since you are from the HR, you might have the access to your job access portals like Naukri. You can search in the your some profiles of the success factor. I can say that 3x is the difference, but again it depends upon company to company. Some companies are hiring freshers at the 5 LPA, whereas some small company they are hiring at even 3 lakhs, right? So it depends upon the company. But once you get the experience of 1 year, after 2 year, how much you are earning in the HR, multiply by 3. That is the trend in the market. Okay, the why the packages are also here high. Guys, do remember this is a business. This is contracting business for the companies. They are taking the sales. They are implementing. It's nothing like a contract. Okay, they are taking the deals. We have to implement and we have to move further. It's not like the HR. We are doing the continuously same role or the same client. Continuously we have to implement this product for multiple clients. So here the people's existence is very important. If some company is getting the implementation project, at that time company should have the resources. right? So that they can deliver. So comparatively, I can say that packages are very higher as compared to the HR.
Okay, and to be market ready, how much duration does it take if you're dedicated, like if you give daily, if you take a course and you are attending it on a daily basis,
So
or if you are even
course,
doing a self-learning, so how much time it does it take?
I can't comment on the self-learning because how much time you are spending. But as per SAP also, minimum 40 hours is should be the course. Okay. So assume that you can learn this course within 40 to 50 hours average. Okay. Now, if you want to learn, you want to go in the market as an expertise or you have the basic idea, you should spend at least minimum 1 hour to 2 hours per day. Okay. I will not recommend. I saw a lot of the students or people are approaching me for the training, but what they are doing, they are just practicing on the Saturday, Sunday. On the next Saturday, Sunday, they will vanish. All the concepts will vanish. Okay. So if you want to learn, just recommend instead of having 2 to 3 hours, spend at least half an hour to 1 hour daily. Okay. That approach you should have. And even if you're going the market, your experience is going to be considered. Try to understand because you are from the HR. If somebody is from HR, I'm telling people or companies will definitely consider your experience. Okay. Even if your company is having success factor, you can showcase that you are the experienced person on the success factor because it doesn't matter that you are handling the configuration role. You are the end user, so you know the system, right? Now, how to configure, you are already learned that.
Okay, and like, would you recommend some, like, the fee structure or something like that,
You
or
can
if you go through, yeah, how much does the certification cost and other things?
certification cost. You have two options. Okay, one you can go for the single attempt that is costing something around 16,500 plus GST. So you can say that near about 21,000. Under that option, you'll get one attempt. Okay, so that means within one attempt, you have to clear that certification. Otherwise, that amount will be lost for you. Okay. Second option is the six attempt. So that is going around near about 45,000 plus GST, where you get the six attempts. So within six attempts, you can clear your certification. But the benefit of that six attempt is that assume that on the first attempt you failed, and in the second attempt you clear the certification of Employee Central, right? So remaining four attempts will not go waste. If on remaining four, you can go for the additional certifications like recruitment, onboarding, and whenever you purchase that certification, it is not necessary that once you purchase you have to appear immediately. Once after purchase, you can go schedule your exam anytime as per your preference time, any day within 1 year. If you want to schedule right in the midnight 12, that is also possible. So it's your choice. Within 1 year, you can schedule as per your vision and will. And that certification, once you're done, that will be valid for 1 year. So after that, you have to upgrade your certification or to renew your certification by giving the Delta exams. Now, each and every certification will have 80 questions, 80. Okay. For each and every module, the passing ratio is different. If I talk about Employee Central, now it's near about 69%. You should, that is a passing percentage right now. Hope this is clear, Ashwini, right?
Yeah, I was actually waiting for more information and just being or something.
Anybody else? Only Ashwini is talking. I think let's others speak. Does anybody want to know something more?
Yes, there is small question as we all are from the HR fraternities and we all know the basic parts of the HR which comes under that. So I think it might be easy for us to just learn the ECM one or it will a big challenge for us to know the basic things which are come under the ECM module.
Okay, very nice question, Aditya. Let me tell you. Even if you come from the HR or non-HR, this technology very easy. I can tell you because I also came from the HR. Okay, I worked for the 7 years. Even I'm training a lot of people. You anybody can learn this technology. When I'm teaching you, you or you're taking the training from someone any else. Okay, you will feel that it's very easy to configure. Okay, but the challenge is that if you for If you fail to practice continuously, then you'll keep all the concepts in mind. Okay, so consistency is very important. So you can
Okay.
easily learn. And also the best part for you guys now, you know the HR business processes. So you know, if I'm telling you some requirement about the leaves, right? So you know what types of leaves are there, how really time in real time it works, right? So while practicing, if I'm telling you one scenario, as a HR experience person, you can take more scenarios for the practice. It is not required that I should provide each and every scenario, right? Anyways, you have to do a
Understand.
resume. So that will give you the more edge as compared to the other people's.
Understand. And how about the training structure? That means when it
Uh,
the planning.
Training I'll just might be planning in the next week. So basically, I conduct two types of batches. One on the
Okay.
weekdays batch and weekend batches. Okay, weekdays will be in the first half, and weekend that is a flexible. If somebody is having the issue, then we can even plan for the alternative. But my way of
Okay.
teaching is different. As you see that in this webinar, I'm just more focused on the interaction, right? First, I will try to get to know about the people. I try to understand what they know. Accordingly, I design my training plan. Okay, if somebody is coming from the HR, so my way of teaching will be different. If somebody is coming from non-HR, my way of teaching will be different. Concept will be covered, each and everything. But if you are from HR, I will correlate your day-to-day basis things with the technology so that you are easily get to know, right? And whenever I'm going to complete some topic, on that I'm going to provide you the assignments. Okay, so you have to complete that assignments.
Okay, how many days of training it will be?
How many?
Days of training it will be?
It will be the 40 hours minimum, so you can consider that it's 6 to 7 weeks training if you go for
Oh,
the daily batches.
okay.
That
And
will
what
be
do you think about the fees for this?
please. Let's discuss who are interested, right?
Because
Those who are
as
interested, yeah, those who are interested, even there are a lot of bonus we are providing. If somebody is don't have the time, even we are having the courses for the selling. But again, let me tell you, we will, whosoever are going to enroll, they will get the recorded sessions of the batches for the lifetime. We are going to create a separate portal, first thing. Second, we are going to provide the real-time workbooks so that you can refer that and you can configure this system as a project. Also, after our USP, that after the session we will be available for the 6 month without any additional charges. So if you are having some issues, there will be frequent sessions. It will not like somebody is going to only help you on the WhatsApp. We can plan the sessions, okay, and we can going to even if you are going to learn new topics also, that can be covered. So you'll have the 6 month free of cost support. You'll having the recorded session for the lifetime. Also, we are going to provide the system for the practice. That access will be for the 3 months.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
you will be the same
Yeah,
trainer for the
Employee
modules, na?
Central, I'll be the same. We are having all the modules trainings. Okay, for the Employee Central, I'm taking personally. For other modules, we are having the trainers.
Yes, yes. And the last thing is that what will be the fee structure for the weekdays course?
No, fee structure will be the same. It will be the weekdays or weekend. Okay, because anyways we have
Okay.
to cover. Now,
Okay.
what will be the fees? What will be the payment schedule? So whosoever are interested, we will connect. We will just one-to-one discuss, right? That will be standard for each and everyone. But I
Okay.
want to know
Okay.
who are interested, right?
Understand. Understand. Please let me know then
Sure.
once it is.
I think you are the part, all the part of a group, right? WhatsApp group or no?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm there.
Yes.
yeah. So you can reach out to me. No worries. And guys, let me tell you, we are very open. You have my number on the group. Even if you go with any other institute, feel free to reach out. Okay, not telling it's not like that. We are very here, happy to help each and everyone. If you are having any questions or doubts, feel free to reach out to me. Okay.
Vinod, I have one more question.
Yes, Ashwini, please.
Do you offer any job assistance or anything like that? Or even, if at all there are jobs, any redirections, LinkedIn profile management, anything like that?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for bringing this topic. I will never ever commit for the placement, okay? Because I'm not here. Let me tell you, don't take it in other way. I'm never committing for the
No, just
placement.
the
Yeah,
assistance,
understand.
not the
Yeah,
assurance. Yeah.
understand. Yeah. So we are not committing for the placement, but yes, right now what happening in the market, I'm not blaming some other training associate partners, वगैरह, but instead of showing as a assistant, what these are doing people, they are just referring your profile to some organizations with their own networking, right? No institute is having direct placement attachment with the companies, only Delphi, that big companies. Okay, so we do have network, we do have many students, or I personally in the market 14 years, so I can refer your profiles to the organizations. First thing. Second, we are more focusing on the molding of you guys, okay? Because even you can find the opportunities, but in the interview you should be able to crack that interview. That is most important. Now I can see in the market there are so many people who are taking the proxy interview help. Okay, this thing is also happening in the market, that somebody is sitting as an interviewer. If I'm taking the interview, that candidate is somebody other person is giving the interview. But in success factor, guys, do understand, it is not that you are going to give the interview for the one time. Once you join to any implementation partner, again there will be multiple projects in the organization. We have to give the interviews for each and every project. Okay, so I'm here more focusing on molding the people so that you by yourself able to crack the interview. Okay, and you can move ahead. Second, whatever the possible, yes, definitely we are going to refer your profile with our community. We are having different resources or network. Definitely we will try you to push your profile. So rest assured for the assistance. Hope this is fine, Ashwini, right?
Yeah, you know, for a weekend batch, how much will be the course duration for number of hours weekend batch?
Yeah, weekend batch will be 2 to 2.5 hours, and
Okay.
on the weekdays batch it can be a 45 minutes. Even if you get good numbers in the evening batch also, so we can manage in the evening like 9 to 10 वगैरह, because most of the people are working. So morning also they are finding difficulties. Evening that can be a feasible time, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. That can be possible.
And total, how much
9 to
it
10
will
would
take
be like a
a
guardian
weekend batch
angel.
to complete?
Sorry, Omkar, you were saying?
Yeah, how much time it will take? Means how much months it will take to complete this EC module for
If we
weekend
are
batch?
going with the 1 hour per day from Monday to Friday, okay, that
No, for
will
weekend batch.
weekend batch 2 months, you
No,
can say that.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah, because if you say 5 weeks, we are covering near about 45 minutes, that is near about 5 hours, right? On the weekend, we are covering 2.5 hours. So it almost same only.
And this will be all online model, right? No,
Yes,
that is
Zoom.
this is
Yes,
not a classroom training.
yes.
Okay. And is there this access will be provided to practice at the time
Yeah,
of
3 months
training?
access you will get, no? 3 months access.
Okay. Along with training, 3 months access will be given.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever we are share the credential, from there,
Mhm.
it will be valid for 3 months.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Anything from Akshay, Nilesh, Pradeep, Tejasri?
No, Vinod, everything is clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay then, guys. I think let's stop it. If something is there, you do have my number, just ping me. We can connect and discuss if required. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.